Hey folks, I'm Sarah and I'm on the 2025 jury for what I think is the best book prize for literary fiction from small presses. It's called the Republic of Consciousness Prize, United States and Canada, and it is dedicated to literary fiction from small presses in North America. Over the next few months, I will be sharing every single book nominated for the prize, and while I can't share my personal opinions on each book just yet, I will share enough details so that you can get to know the book and the publisher. Every book gets its very own video, and you are not going to want to miss a single one. Next up is book number 14. It's Cécé by Emmelie Prophète, translated from French by Aidan Rooney and published by Archipelago Books. A young woman named Cecilia, or Cécé for short, lives with her grandmother in a gang-controlled neighborhood on the outskirts of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, where a string of thugs terrorize their impoverished community. When Cécé's grandmother dies of fright, really, during a night of intense gunfire in the neighborhood, Cécé is left to fend for herself. And she's finally able to make ends meet to feed herself and her alcoholic uncle who lives with her by pursuing both sex work and becoming a social media influencer. But through her eyes, we see the complex, real-life social network of her community. We see how they care for one another, how they grieve their losses, and how they ride the endless wave of violence in their neighborhood. And Emmelie Prophète is a prize-winning author of 2 poetry collections and 6 novels. She is a former director of the National Library of Haiti, and her bio says that she plays an important role in Haiti's governance, bringing cultural curation and social justice to the fore. And Archipelago Books is a nonprofit press committed to publishing exceptional translations of classic and contemporary world literature. They say in our first 20 years, we have brought out 250 classic and contemporary works from more than 40 languages and have hosted at least 650 literary events across the country. We seek out vital works from diverse perspectives and literary traditions and present them in elegant editions. We feature groundbreaking voices, often from the margins, that otherwise might not be heard. And I have a small collection of Archipelago books, but they're another publisher I always have my eye on, another very collectible publisher because they have such similar formats to all their books, which again, I think is a smart move by any small press to kind of make yourself very collectible and have people excited when your books come out and excited to build a collection of your work. Cécé is one of those books that is centered on one main character, one narrator, and is even named after her, but really is the story of so many more people in this community than just Cécé herself. And you're really immersed in these kind of rotating portraits of her neighbors, and you get their backgrounds, sometimes going back to even before Cécé was born. And these are like the smaller stories of the trials that they each went through within this more continuous story of Cécé's kind of journey and her trials that she's going through as she tries to survive in this place. And one of my favorites was a young man who kind of befriends Cécé, but then through a series of events becomes the neighborhood's next gang leader, and his story does not end well. It's a tough subject matter. These are tough characters. They have to be tough. But I think ultimately there are a lot of moments of brightness and hope and love and even vulnerability in Cécé's story. And that's just one of many incredible books nominated by one of many incredible publishers. The long list of 10 books is usually announced in mid-January-ish, but I guarantee you there are going to be more than 10 amazing books from these nominees. So if you love offbeat, under-the-radar literary fiction, you are going to want to follow along. Click above or below for the next nominated book. If I've filmed it, it'll be available there. If not, stay tuned for just a little while longer. And in the meantime, you can click the playlist below that will contain all of the nominated books that I've shared so far. Again, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.